Assalamu alaikum students, welcome back to Global Public School online classes. In the last class we studied about the entrepreneurship, the meaning of entrepreneurship, the characteristics of an entrepreneur and the functions of an entrepreneur. So in this class we're going to study a little bit more about the entrepreneur, how an entrepreneur plays an important role in the development of business and what will be the special role or the special characteristics which he plays in the business that we're going to study here, the role and importance of an entrepreneur. The first thing is entrepreneur promotes the capital formation by utilizing the idle money of the citizens. So the money will be wasted, right, normally. So here an entrepreneur will be utilizing the same money instead of that idle saving he will be utilizing for developing that into a profit to get the good amount of return on investment. He will be using that, he will be promoting on that. The second important thing here is entrepreneurs provide a large scale of employment to the artisans, to the technically qualified people, and also to the professionals. By utilizing the money, they will start the business, they will give the jobs to the people. And the other important thing is they not only make a profit, they also indirectly contributes to the GDP of the country and also to the per capita income of the country. And entrepreneurs encourage the effective utilization of skills which bring in the new products and services and develops a market for the growth of the country. You can see a intruder vehicle here which was a complete new look where it gave an opportunity for the newcomer to develop the product and which came in the market. The next point here is entrepreneurs enable people to avail the better quality of goods at a lower prices. So here what the entrepreneur will do is they will try to reduce the cost of the product as much as possible so that the quality will, they'll look into the quality also and they'll try to give that product to the customers at a very very lower cost. And the next thing here is entrepreneurs promote development of industries. They not only generate a profit, they not only helps for the GDP, they will also helps in the development of the industries by buying the raw materials from them. The entrepreneurs contribute towards the development of the society by reducing the concentration of the income and the wealth. And here entrepreneurs they also promote the country's export trade. If a businessman are more in India, then they'll whatever the products which they are manufacturing, they'll try to sell that outside the country. This is how the export trade will be increased in the country. The next point here is entrepreneurs keep on working in an environment of changing technology and try to maximize the profits by innovation. Initially, they had a thought that scooters will be only used by the ladies and that is only the Scooty Pep, all that. But now the modern design of the scooters are coming up, maybe of a Fasino or maybe the Dio. I think that has been like a trend in the youth days, so that entrepreneurs have created that changing environmental technology to maximize the profit by the innovation. So what and these are the roles and importance of the entrepreneurs which we studied. The second thing is the self-employment opportunities of an entrepreneur. So if you want to become an entrepreneur, what and all the business which you can start. So here is an example which I can give you. The first thing, you can start your own advertising agencies. If you have a mindset or if you have any thoughts, if you go and approach the companies, if they ask you to design the ad of that, you can make your own ideas and design the ad for that, and you can start your own advertising agencies. And the second thing is marketing consultancies. You can take somebody's manufactured product and you can market that product and you can act as a marketing consultancy for them. And industries consultancy, I mean, you can buy the raw materials from the industries and you can try to resell that raw materials to the I mean assembled goods person. So this is also an industries consultancy, you can start that also. And the equipment rental and leasing, you can also rent some of the equipments and you can also lease some of the equipments. You can see in the picture the JCB vehicles will be given for a rent or a lease based on the requirement. So that kind of a business can also start. The next thing is photocopying or a Xerox center. We see that normally it is a very small business, but honestly speaking, this is the most profitable business at a very small scale of investment, because they will not only just do the Xerox, they will also sell the data of the people. For data, there's a lot of requirement in the market nowadays, especially in the banking sectors. The data is very much important. So this Xerox people, they will not only just do the Xerox of your copies and give, they will also sell that data. And industrial research and development, so some kind of research and development can also be done about the product. That kind of business can also be started if you are willing to start. Then the industrial testing labs, I mean, the quality of the product will be checked. That kind of testing labs can be started. And you might have also seen a lot of x-rays scanning or all that will happen, right? That kind of centers can also be open. That can also be a self-employment opportunity for the entrepreneurs. Another important thing is internet browsing or a set of cyber cafe. So cyber cafe is also a self-employment opportunity for an entrepreneurs. And installation of a TV network, all that. I think you might have seen the D2H connection or the Airtel digital TV or your Videocon D2H or your Tata Sky or your Sun Direct. These kind of a small employment can be started by taking the kind of agreement from the membership from them. And these kind of small business can also be started. And another important thing is the Creech and the beauty parlors. You might have seen the Lakme parlor or the Lakme saloon is there across the India. You might be thinking only the Lakme people are coming and opening here. No, they will take that, they will give that for a franchising. So you might have seen lots of pizza places, right? Pizza Hut, McDonald's, and KFC, all that. Do you think everywhere the KFC people will come and open their centers? Do you think everywhere the Pizza Hut people will come and open their centers? No. If you are willing to start your own business, you just need to go to them, approach them. You just need to take a franchisee with them. You can start the business, but they are going to do all the marketing work, they are going to do all the work, but you're going to invest the money in that in your place according to your location. They'll share the recipes, they'll share the techniques, they'll share the marketing tools, everything, but you will be a franchisor for that product. So here you can see the Creech means a small kindergarten plus the parlor. These are the self-employment opportunities which is there for the entrepreneurs. Let's see which are the self-employed opportunities one more time. Just let's have a glance. Advertising agency, marketing consultancy, industrial consultancy, equipment rental, Xerox center, industrial research and development, industrial testing labs, cyber cafes, installation of TV network, Creech and the beauty parlors. It's very simple, like a franchising agencies. So let's see which are the banks or the institutions which gives the loans to start the self-employment schemes. The first thing is Industrial Development Bank of India. You might have seen this bank, Industrial Development Bank of India. Students, I would like to share a small story here. This Industrial Development Bank of India, there is a small story behind this. You don't believe the Reliance Communication, the Reliance Industries owner Dhirubhai Ambani. Once upon a time, he had applied for a loan in this bank, but you don't believe, students, this bank rejected the application saying that there's no proper security to provide the loan for this company. But today's students, I think you can see the Reliance is in such a position it can buy these kind of 10 banks, right? So Industrial Development Bank of India is basically gives the loans for the self-employment people for develop. It's purely a development bank, it's purely a business bank, but now they have been extended their services to the personal level as well, for savings account, FDs, all that. But initially it was a development bank where they used to give only loans to the business persons. The next is National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. As the name itself is, it says that it's in NABARD, which is actually there. You might have seen this bank in the near the corporation Mysore Bank. This is the head office of that is there in Bengaluru. That's in the Mysore Bank, Avenue Road, Mysore Bank. So here especially this bank will give the loans for the development of the agriculture and also for the development of the rural side areas. The second thing here is Export and Import Bank. If you want to export some products to the other countries, or if you want to import some products from the other countries to our country, and if you need any support for your business, the Exim Bank will definitely help you if your papers are correct, if you are meeting the requirements. The next bank coming up here is SIDBI. It's nothing but Small Industries Development Bank of India. It especially gives the loans to the small scale industries, I mean, whose turnover is less than 50 lakhs or less than a crore. For that kind of industries, the small scale industry, SIDBI will give the loan to it. And the Industrial Financial Corporation of India, it is also a corporation where the loan will be available for the business persons concerns. I mean, Industrial Credit and Government Corporation of India, that's ICICI. We are well known with the name of ICICI. You might have hardly heard about the full form of this. The full form of ICICI Bank is Industrial Credit and Government Corporation of India. This also gives the loans for the development of the businesses, and this is also a financial institution which help for the self-employment scheme. The next is the Industrial Reconstruction Bank of India, IRBI. Again, it also provides the loan for the business. Commercial and other banks, as you all know, that the Bank of India, Canara Bank, HDFC Corporation, Kotak, Axis, these are all the banks which gives the loans to the business as well as in all the sectors. But the earlier banks which we discussed, they purely deals with the business, but these commercial banks, they deals with all kind of the products, maybe the insurance, maybe the personal loans, maybe the credit cards, maybe the business loans. All that products is what available in the commercial banks. I would like to add up the one special information here, students. See, normally in every bank there will be one special department called venture capital department. So what this venture capital department will do is, see, if you have an idea as a newcomer, as a fresh graduate or anything, you're just going to the bank and asking for a loan, do you think they will give without any security or anything? No, I'm sure you'll not get. But here in the venture capital department, if you feel that you have a business idea which you wanted to expand it, or which you wanted to start with that idea but you don't have some money, so what you can do is you can come to this department called venture capital department. They will provide the loan based on your ideas. If they think that your ideas will work, then they will invest their money on you, and they will also be equally sharing the profits and the losses. They will also be taking the risk along with you, but you will have only the idea as an investment, but they will invest their money in the venture capital. So let's see some of the other important institutions, that is State Finance Corporations, SFC, which gives the loan to the self-employment under the self-employment schemes. And the last but not least is the Life Insurance Corporation of India and the UTI, Unit Trust of India. These are the institutions which provide the loans to the self-employment schemes. The next is some promotional organizations. I mean, this organizations will promote your products in terms of in terms of certifying the products and in terms of giving some kind of benefits to it. Let's see, state and central governments have introduced many measures to support the growth and development of the entrepreneurs. That is, the instructions support the entrepreneurs in the respect of training, financing, and marketing. Some such institutes are, see, what the promotional organizations will do is they give a special training, if required, financing and marketing the products maybe. And what are the institutions are? The first thing is district level industrial centers, small industrial development corporations, national industrial corporations, which will actually play a very important role as the promotional organizations to an entrepreneurs. And the small scale industries board and the small industries services institutions, these are the 5 centers which place as a promotional organizations. And some of the few centers are also here: industrial estates, khadi and village industries, technical consultancy organizations. So these are the 8 institutions which actually helps the entrepreneurs as a promotional organizations. Students, I want you to read this lesson from the examination point of view: the role of an entrepreneur, the functions of an entrepreneur, the role and importance of an entrepreneur, and what are the banks which can actually help an entrepreneur to start their business. All this is a very important concept. Students, I want you to read this, revise this, and please make your own notes from this explanation. The main notes will be given to you in the next classes once the lesson is completed. Till then,